What's up and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm kind of like in a little mini temporary corner right now against the same wall, but set up differently. I'm in the process of completely like building out a studio for me to film in. I also have another project that I'm working on, so stay tuned. But I'm gonna be doing it in that room as well. So I'm building out like a little mini studio in my house, and I'm just still in transition, hence why your girl has not been making videos lately. But I wanted to get on here really quick and just do a quick catch up and let you guys know what I think about what has recently been going on. So the whole world now knows that President Trump was diagnosed with COVID. I mean, it seemed like he was in and out of that hospital lickety split. I trust everything that the doctors were treating him say. They say that he was doing really well on the medication that they were giving him, which was some experimental stuff that they had been kind of trying. And I want to make it really clear because a lot of people really are familiar with HCQ or hydroxychloroquine, which was the very popular medication that Trump did take in the very beginning stages of the corona outbreak. However, there are I think the doctor said like over a dozen different trials that they have been, trying to get introduced and tested. So apparently the concoction that they put him on, which I apologize, I cannot remember the name, seemed to respond to whatever he had going on very, very well. And President Trump reported 3 or 4 days later in total that he was headed back to the White House to get back to work. He was feeling much, much better. He still wasn't 100% out of the woods, but he was feeling better, which was great, great news. Now, I was appalled at the fact that all over social media, people were saying the most terrible things about the president, wishing death upon him, wishing death upon his family, saying that's what you get for not wearing a mask. And I want to say something to those people that were saying those really awful things. How dare you? Like, what gives you the right to say those things about the leader of the United States of America? It is extremely, extremely disrespectful. I don't care if you don't like the way somebody parts your hair or their hair. I don't care if you don't like the way they dress. I don't care if you don't like the way they talk, okay? What we're not gonna do is wish death, okay, on people, because that is just ridiculous. When somebody is vulnerable and sick, okay, that is the time for people to put all their BS aside and support that person. You don't have to like that person, but you should pray that that person makes a speedy recovery and full recovery. But, I couldn't believe that even in the media, there were people in the media tweeting and saying awful, terrible things, especially the one saying that he deserved to get it. Now, I am one of those people that exercise my right not to wear a mask. Now, I will tell you that I contracted COVID very early on in March, and I was wearing a mask 100% of the time because at that time it was also new and nobody really knew anything about it. So I was abiding heavily by the mask mandate and I still got it. Has it occurred to anybody that the President of the United States has been taking the same exact stance on the masks? He wears it when he sees fit and when he can maintain distance or when he feels like it's safe, he doesn't. Okay, and that is his choice. This is what everybody has forgotten, is that we do have freedoms as Americans and we need to exercise those freedoms and those rights, okay? Regardless, okay, the virus has been with us over 6 months. The president has contact with hundreds of thousands of people a day probably. He has been to rallies, okay? He has been to debates. He has traveled. And he just now caught COVID. He just now caught it. Like, are you kidding me? Which don't leave out the fact that they probably keep the White House pristine. Okay, everybody gets tested, some multiple times a day. Every day, whoever gets in contact with the president has to be tested. So it's not like they weren't taking precautions. So I found it incredibly, odd and ironic at the same time that everybody is saying, oh, you deserve to get it, when it doesn't occur to anybody, okay, that he went this long not wearing a mask for the most part, and it just now, got into his system, okay? So that has to make you wonder a little bit if you're smart. Now, if you're even smarter than the average bear, the other thing you have to think of is how coincidental it is that now several people in the White House have gotten coronavirus, many of them very close advisors and people that work with Trump, okay? But nobody looks at that and thinks that that is strange at all. But oddly enough, no Democrats have gotten it, okay? And there are Democrats in and out of the White House, okay? So it has to make you kind of think that could there have been something up? Were the Democrats up to something? Some people say it could have happened at the debate. Now, I really think that the chances of it happening at the debate were probably slim to none because everybody was tested at the debate, including President Trump. Okay, I know that there's reports out there that he didn't arrive on time. I was watching the live coverage of the debate, and the fact of the matter is Trump was there way ahead of time, and it is Biden that did not arrive early. Okay, he arrived pretty late. In fact, I posted in my story that he was 30 minutes from going live, and he still was not there. Okay, so I'm not saying that he didn't take the test. I'm just saying you've got your facts twisted because Trump is not the one who was there late, okay? Regardless, it's a little fishy, okay? I would think that Trump wouldn't trust anybody and would have his own people like clean and sanitize the area that he was gonna be standing in, but that's neither here nor there. Now, aside from all that, I really have a theory that there is a big bomb about to drop. Now, I'm not heavily deep into the QAnon or any other conspiracies going on, but I do acknowledge the fact that sometimes a lot of those theories actually happen, actually come to fruition. So you can't, like once or twice is a coincidence, but there has been many, many instances where things that Q has predicted have happened. Okay, so I'm just saying allegedly Q has predicted that there is going to be a huge bombshell dropped by the Trump administration, whether that be on, child sex trafficking, whether that be on Hillary and Obama. I mean, we already see that there are, some transcripts coming out on that. Maybe it'll be a little bit of both. I don't know. Okay. But now there are two new events. Trump tweeted probably like about an hour and a half ago that the FDA apparently changed their rules and regulations on expediting vaccines, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to expedite the vaccine for the coronavirus. Now, me personally, I don't care if they have it tomorrow or if they have it next century. I'm never going to take it. Okay. Never going to take it, just like I don't take the flu shot. Okay. But that's everybody's option. If you want to take any vaccines that are offered, you're more than welcome to make that decision for yourself. No judgment here. Okay. But he did tweet that, they changed their rules all of a sudden, and now there is a much more lengthier process to get vaccines approved through their guidelines. Okay. So right now, it's looking like it's not going to happen, anytime soon. That being said, we're talking about President Trump here, okay? He can make anything happen. So, I'm sure this is another, hit from the left, that they're going to, try to delay this thing because, Corona is their only excuse to control everybody and keep everybody contained, okay? Now, Q states that the whole quarantine thing is on purpose because they want everybody to be contained as much as possible, because when something big does come down, they want to avoid people being in the streets and rioting and doing what they have been doing over the incidences that have happened as of late or in the past 6 months. Okay. Now, the other big piece of news that came down in the White House or from government is that we all know that there was a second stimulus plan being talked about to, hopefully revive the economy, hopefully help those people that have still been out of work, something to help out. And they have been going back and forth in Congress and the Senate with this forever. And the reason being is that the Democrats are trying to stick a lot of things into that bill that do not apply to the coronavirus or to getting aid to the people that need it financially, businesses, personally, whatever, okay? They're trying to stick all this fat into that stimulus bill, and that is what the Republicans have been rejecting, you know, which rightly so. I want them to reject it. I don't want them to pass through a bunch of stuff, you know, all the small print that nobody knows what it says until later, and then we're all screwed. You know what I mean? So anyways, they've been going back and forth. There have been more than a couple times where the Republicans have actually met with whatever the Democrats asked for, and then they came back and changed it again and asked for more. So they've been extremely greedy. They've been playing a ton of games with this stimulus package. So President Trump walked into their meetings this afternoon, and he said, "You guys can stop meeting. I am pulling the plug on the stimulus bill." So that's it. It's done. It's done for right now. And you know what? You have, in my opinion, you have the Democrats to blame for this. They pussyfooted around. They were greedy. They wouldn't settle. They didn't care about the American people. They cared about themselves. And Trump said, enough. Enough is enough. It's like two little kids, you know, fighting over a toy, and the parent comes in and goes, you know what? Nobody gets it. Toy goes. It's in the garbage. Done. Gone. Okay? Now, I don't think that Trump is going to leave the American people hanging. As we all know, he kind of created his own little supplement to the stimulus bill. So I guarantee he's probably got his people working on something, and he's going to probably by executive order issue some type of stimulus package to the American people. Just knowing Trump, he's not a vindictive person. He's never going to use the American people as pawns. Just not how he works. It's not anything that he's done before. So I really believe that he is going to come up with a plan and just get it done himself, because that's the kind of guy he is. Other than that, I have to catch up and watch this heinous Michelle Obama, I don't know what you want to call it, like her final call for people to vote, whatever she wanted to call it. I saw bits and pieces of it. It was utterly ridiculous. She's a disgusting disgrace to, you know, the first ladies that have come before her. I mean, I've never seen anything so disgusting. And if you hate me for saying that, then please unsubscribe, because that's what you're going to get from here. From me is the truth, and that is the truth. She is terrible. She is lying to the American people about what is going on and painting a picture so that you guys are in fear, so that you guys feel like your life depends on it. As she says that we have to vote as our life depends on it. You know, in reality, her life depends on it, because the more that they unravel from this Jeffrey Epstein case and other things that I have seen floating around the internet as of late, they attest to her husband's character and a few other things. She's the ones whose life actually depends on it, because she and her husband are probably going to be in some deep you-know-what very soon. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Please hit me up in the comments. Did I cover the high points of everything that has gone on? What do you guys think? Do you guys believe in QAnon? Do you guys believe in conspiracy? Do you guys have any predictions on, you know, what Trump is going to do next? Let me know in the comments. Definitely give this video a like. Definitely share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to hit that bell so that you get a notification the next time I drop a video. Thank you so much, guys. And hopefully next time I see you, I will be talking to you from my new studio, which is right behind me. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Mwah.